Okay. I got a couple of hours of sleep. I only got a couple hours of sleep. My anger would not allow me to sleep because I'm so much enraged. But however, let me say this though. Um, I want to thank Geno. I want to thank Geno and real life in cyberspace. Uh, yeah, about I'm gonna say my gratitude to y'all earlier this morning. That was a long live stream y'all had did. I came in on y'all on Geno's channel live stream right after I did my own live stream. Um and I stood up and I fell asleep on y'all's on that live stream. I apologize, Geno. If I snored, Geno, please forgive me. Uh, I didn't know what I was doing. So shout out to Gino, and shout out to Real Life in Cyberspace. But since we are on this topic, right? Um, what happened on RBR's channel? Um, it's still and then seeing the threats by Cybertron. Um, yeah, that needs to be addressed, and I hope y'all remedied that issue. And I hope that concerning the RBR channel and trying to take people to court about questioning the taking of the channel, RBR, the late RBR's channel. So I'm gonna say this straight up. Y'all, I hope y'all do any and everything to address it. Shout out to Soup Bone for keeping downloading all the videos and so forth. And I've been neglecting my own responsibilities to do a tribute. I think everybody trying to work on this tribute live stream for RBR. I've been somewhat neglecting because I'm trying to find, well, because of the issue I'm having. Um, I decided, I didn't. I put all my videos on private because I didn't want my videos to be targeted by certain individuals. Which I got segue. So since on Rumble, since my issue has been resolved concerning Rumble and the flagging campaign, let me tell this to Mr. Rucker. Don't do that again. All right? I actually asked you, DJ Torch was doing. Now that you and DA Torch are in the courtroom, y'all suing each other, y'all taking yourselves to court. See, yes, Torch. So therefore, by that logic, going after my channel because Prism had to be on my panel, I should not be punished for that. I should not be losing monetization and everything. But you know what? I'm gonna leave that monetization part alone because I don't care about no more. For what I'm about to do in 2 years. Okay. Uh, However, since Mr. Rucker had done that to me, I'm gonna take a page, right? I'm gonna take a page from him because a certain focal point have to be addressed. A certain focal, these losers, uh, their group therapy sessions. I think that that might be a certain issue. So I might take a page out of his book, a page or two. Since Rucker don't agree with me on how Rucker agree with me, he agreed to. He's looking at it from a comedic. I'm looking at it from a serious point of view. A serious point of view. See, the manosphere, what y'all call the manosphere, is something that needs to be, and was not being addressed in the sphere. And that's lonely, broken boys, and immoral men. We got to create policies to ideas and policies to addressing how and why these men and boys become broken, bitter, and dis. That's how you going to destroy the man is talking points. So yeah, what's going on here, Hammer Time? What's going on with you? All right, what's going on with you? Because black women this election as a whipping post for this election, being whipping post for migrants and all of that foolish. I saw AJ seeing red a couple of days ago. He made one video. I did uh, 30 minutes ago. Here he goes again, and he is the great example why the manager needs to be addressed, eradicated. But like I said, if I see one more insult, if I see one by a gang of men out of Mr. Rucker, the focal point. You see, you're going to have for what comes out your mouth. All right. Now, back to the topic of Geno. Man, I'm really Geno. We got video on Sonic the Hedgehog and video games and stuff like that. Because because yeah, I was kind of interested in the how Michael Jackson soundtrack the Sonic was it the second Sonic game, but I also think that Michael Jackson also did the um the soundtrack, or at least part, or was inspired the soundtrack of the game Super Mario Land 2, the six golden coins. Um, because that was a space theme, and some people said he inspired or even wrote that. You know, so we got, anyway. So I'm kind of happy that my wars, the YouTube Rumble Wars, is somewhat at an end, minus the exception of the two people who I really want. So anyway, I'm gonna take me a shower because I fell asleep in this chair on Geno's channel, and yeah. Wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, right, a severe storm coming. Oh, okay. But yeah, and I disagree with Miss Sun Kiss. No, I want, you know I don't need no pro black. When Mary Brown said, "Oh, black men can go out and date," blah 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 blah. How is that helping the cause? You know, you know how does Brownsville and his endless, long-winded, calling everybody queens and shit? How that's no people who are intellectual, who's a little bit more normal, who can pinpoint the cause and effect, the cause, the why and the how, why and the how this is happening. Nobody. See, everybody talking about, you know, everybody want to talk about the symptom of of why women are being disrespected. Nobody don't want to talk about um the high number, the high cost, and nobody want to talk about the uh, is wages is corporate profits are going up, or how um you know um women are scared to you know, I mean, all these has to be addressed, but you can't just tell me, you know, bitches and hoes. This is deeper. When you have a men who are disinfected, and if you look at these men online, they never, look at where what households. That's a wrong question. Look at the first thing to come out their mouth. Never came out their mouth. You know, and move accordingly. Everybody's saying that you got guys on here talking about that they are um high value man. But refuse to spend high value money. Right? Then use that talent, that high value talent, to address their social ills. If you if 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 you're having an American male and you supposed to be a high and you got to and you're they're high value, then by that logic, assume you would donate. And when I said donate to the nearest hospital, school, um, any NGO or organizations that would um you know that's why I said this space is a sham, and this space needs to be eradicated. That's what I stand on. This space, I know what you're gonna say. Well, Big J, are you just talking about the black manosphere? I said, well, see, sphere, do not come on. You see, as somebody who studied his history, right? I studied history a very long time. There's always a pattern. There's always a pattern. If you see a society that has a population of men, of young men who are disinfected by whatever it who's dropping out of the workforce, dropping out of religious institutions, dropping out of education, so forth, that nation, that is doomed to be in peril. Case what happened in France in the 1700s. You had a lot of disinfected cultural field. Well, France decided to fight wars against England over America and losing battle, you know, going to sending men off to fight wars, unnecessary wars for obtaining more slaves and obtaining more land, fighting Native Americans and losing these wars. Well, if you're going to keep losing these wars and the young and when these men come back from over wars and they keep losing wars and resolve, well, they're not going to care about patriotism and community. They're going to riot. All right, we had that's why France in this case had the French Revolution, and thus, with the years y'all had Napoleon in his wars. In the same way, like the Spanish lost Cuba, Spanish lost um the Philippines between 98 or 1935, I should say. What you had the same thing that in France, a decline in society. The young, disinfected, or the older, uneducated are going to gravitate of humanity. Made more sense than that of the reasonable person. And the demagogues we have are the Donald Trumps. In this case, Donald Trump in the United States and Nick Kingdom or Le Pen in France. And that's what we have. Elon Musk is thought of a hero for freedom of speech, while at the same time he's willing to people for even raising questions about that. You know, nobody want to talk about it. So what I'm saying is the manosphere needs to be stopped for young men to accept that being sexist and misogynistic is key to success. Masculine podcast channels, these stupid idiotic panels that like you hear every day with their you know shaming women for their failure in life, blaming women because they can't get ahead, and then trying to explain why these women create drill music and they make it okay that women should be looked upon of as villains and evil maniacal creatures. And they're willing to sell their souls to the highest bidder to recreate the hands what they deem to be a handmade made and tell reality. Now, if they know anything about the hands made and tell, which they don't read, by the way. Oh, I forgot about that. If they know anything about the handmade and tell, they wouldn't be so um anti woman. I'm getting sleepy. I would carry on with this, but um like I said, um, I'm not playing anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna take a page to a focal point and yeah. Anyway, y'all be easy.